I'm Christian Lamichka for Country Music News International, and today on the show we have legendary Billy Dean. Billy, welcome to Country Music News International.
Thanks, Christian. Good to see you again.
Since the last time I met Billy, a lot of things happens, and he have a new CD, or better say single, coming out March 12th, I remember.
Right, exactly. Our new single is off of our new album called A Man of Good Fortune, which is available on iTunes, so check it out, A Man of Good Fortune. And yeah, the single comes out this summer, so we'll be working it, or this spring, we'll be working it all throughout the year. And we're also promoting our farm. If you guys happen to come over to the United States and happen to visit Nashville, Tennessee, chances are you probably can come right to my farm. We have music events at our farm, and it takes place in a 100-year-old barn that we did a renovation of, and we have stars who stop in all the time, so it's really cool. So deanacres.com is the place to check out that. But more important than that really is the music, which is the new album and the new single. Hopefully we can get to come over and perform it live for you guys sometime. I'd love that.
I hope so too. Folks, Billy is really well known for his voice here in Nashville, and most of the artists looks up to him. They want to have the same career like he had or still have, and he's one of the most hardest working artists I know here in town. And his wife would be more than thankful if she could spend more time with him.
This is true, but you know, we have a good time on the road. I've been doing a little bit more international traveling. I tour a lot with the great Kenny Rogers, who's probably a household name everywhere, and so we'd like to come over. I'd like to come over with Kenny sometime and perform some of our. Introduce myself to your audience as well.
Do you have still this nice bus?
I do travel by bus when we do our band dates. I love the art form of the one man, one guitar, one story. I do a lot of comedy with that, and I also do just a lot of storytelling behind some of the hits and the career that I've had. And I was a big fan of like James Taylor, the guitar player and singer. So I do a lot of dates just flying, and but you know, gas prices are too expensive here to travel by bus.
Oh, you don't like to know how high the prices in Europe are.
I can imagine.
At the moment, let me see, the last time I was on a gas station, I paid for the liter 1.54.
154 for a liter.
Yeah, euro.
Wow, euro. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So
yeah,
definitely that's more expensive than here in the U.S.
Time to break out the old bicycle.
Oh, yeah,
or the horse and buggy.
Folks, Billy is really well known for his crazy jokes he's sometimes doing with band members. So, is it allowed that you tell us one of the jokes you did with the band members?
Oh, let's see. Is it one that maybe... is it like one of the pranks we've of the pranks we've done? Well, I'll tell you this one. One of the funniest things we did once was I was on tour with Winona Judd, and I guess you could say this would be a back joke on me, but Winona Judd wanted to take me to dinner. And she had always been picking up the tab and paying for dinner and everything. And she took me to this really expensive restaurant. And I was a brand new artist. I had really no money, but I had just gotten my first corporate credit card, which had a $1,000 limit on it. And that $1,000 was supposed to put fuel in the bus to get me back home. And I decided to pick up the tab that night instead of her. And the tab was $800. I left a $200 tip, and I had no money to get my bus or my band home to Nashville, so I had to borrow money from my band members to put fuel in the bus just to get us back home. And of course, Winona laughs about that today, man. But we've had some fun pranks over the years, man. We've had everything from goats to crickets released on our bus. It's crazy, but yeah, it's kind of fun. You get bored on the road, so you have to come up with something to entertain yourself.
Oh, I believe. I watched yesterday on TV a show on GAC where they show up the buses from the stars, and goodness, I believe it cost. A motorhome costs you more than a real house.
Yeah, probably $500,000 to $1 million. Yeah. It's crazy, but you have to live on those. It's your home, and you live on there with 10 to 12 other people, and life on the bus is it's interesting because you have your late sleepers, and then you have your early risers, and so the early risers get up, use the front part of the bus, make coffee, and by the time they're ready for a nap, the late sleepers get up, and then they use it. So we're always going through the halls like this, and because everybody can't be up at once because there's not enough room for 10 or 12 people to all be up at once. So it's absolutely choreographed. As life on the bus is very particular and choreographed.
That brings me to my next question. If bus full with tourists likes to come to your place on the farm, for how many people you have place?
150 people. Sometimes we can, between 150 and 170, we can have for our barn. You can go to Dean Acres. If you go to Facebook / Dean Acres, there's a picture of the barn on there, and we have 2 people getting married in the barn this year, and so my wife is doing some of the weddings and some of the things on our farm. We grow on our farm. We grow seasoning like thyme and rosemary and cilantro. Is that what it is? And we use that. Those herbs go to Iowa and they're blended into a seasoning. So we're getting into some food products like the great Jimmy Dean, Jimmy Dean's sausage. We're kind of following in those footsteps to expand beyond music and get a little bit into the food and so what we call our business at our farm is agritainment. It's a slash between agriculture and entertainment. Okay. So it's really truly a country lifestyle. When you come to our farm, not only do I sing country music, but we live like country folks.
Okay, cool. So folks, if you like to stay with Billy Dean on his farm, where he served personally the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner, and in the meantime he's playing for you, you check out again his website, which is
BillyDean.com, or go to DeanAcres.com. That'll both get it done.
And we are working on this deal to get you special rates for his special place. But for that, you have to stay with us. Have a good one. Bye.